Morning guys, BP back here. How about this one? Haven't had a calf since the 18th of April. And then this little girl was born yesterday when I was going to Saskatoon. I didn't video it yesterday, but there she be. We got her tagged out here this morning. Mom's playing in the dirt, obviously, as you can see. And we're gonna kick her out to general population here out in the one little pasture. So let's get that done. Hopefully I can get her without losing her in an area that I don't want her to be going. How's that sound? So here we go. So almost 2 weeks with no friggin' calf. How about that, eh? Uh-oh. Gonna lose her. Gonna lose her. Here we go. Managed to get the calf. There. That's where that goes. Get these gates set up out here so she can come right out. And get her baby out of the muck hole that it was born in. No, you goofy mama. You know, when you don't want them to go to a certain area, they always go there. And when you want them to go to another area, they never go there. And then it's total opposite when you need them to work with you the other way around. Never fails, right? Grab a beating stick. Go. You just shit on baby. You're not supposed to shit on your baby. There we go. Got him in the right direction now. Baby can move pretty good for being less than 24 hours old. That's the way you like them. Happy, healthy, and strong. Oh, just about dropped you guys there for a second. Anyway, got that job done, so that's good. We're gonna see, we might, well, got a little surprise coming up for you guys here in a couple hours. And so I'll try and catch that one on the cam here for you. On the telephone cam, the cellular device. And we'll try and get that all on video for you when the surprise shows up. Anyway guys, come back to you in a bit. Well guys, our surprise is here. There he is. That's the new guy. I'll let you pull ahead and then we can close this gate. And so we'll give it a minute and let this gentleman pull his trailer out of the way so we could close this one gate and close the gate, babe.
Hello? Hello?
Here we go. What's his name?
Doesn't have one.
Does he have a registered name of any kind?
Not yet. He will be Charm Sheriff.
Pardon?
Sheriff.
Sheriff?
Yep.
There you go, guys. We'll stick with Sheriff for his name. Registered name is Charm Sheriff. Hey. Did he give you grief? You guys let me know what you think of him. Hopefully he's not going to be an ass. So, I'm going to let you go and we'll talk to you guys later. Hey guys. So, the son of a bitch had him in this little alleyway. And then right there's another big steel corral panel that came across, a 24-footer. And on the end of that, we had two 10-foot light-duty corral panels that went across to close this off. And the bugger decided that he wanted to be out. And he just kind of took everything and went for a hayride. He's nervous as hell. But I guess that could be partially due to a 4-hour friggin' trailer ride, never being in a trailer before. So we're hoping he'll settle down and calm down and not be so nervous and spooked and ready to charge and attack and God knows what else. But the guy did say that if we're gonna have any kind of issues with him, he'll come back and get them and take them home and give us our money back. So that's good. Just as long as he doesn't tear everything apart here in the meantime and in between time. Because yeah, he's right now he's just a little bit freaked out with everything that's going on. He definitely doesn't want to be here, that's for sure. Anyway, talk to you in a bit. Well, hey guys, a couple hours later, running back and forth, this way and that way, east and west, north and south. How's that looking to you, huh? Over here, we've got some piles where the stuff was still a little wet. So, and I tried pulling them out, get them farther out that way. You can see some piles out there. But right now she's still a little too wet to really spread them out really nice. But they will break down just with the natural occurrence. That spot, I don't know if you can see that black spot right here, and then just on the other side of that black, it seems like there's a heavier manure spot. That was a bed down area that we had set up with windbreaks over the winter. And then there's another one over closer to the yard. And then we had another one further back over this way. That one, it wasn't overly heavy, and I was able to rip it apart pretty good, and that's what these piles over here are from. So yeah, we're pretty much done as much as we can do out here. It was a nice day today. How about that friggin' bull of ours that showed up? The boy's got an attitude all of a sudden when he comes to my place. I don't know. There must have been an email sent out from my heifers and some of my cows to change his attitude and be a little more aggressive when he comes to my place, because when we went and looked at him, if you guys remember, he wasn't the quietest boy in the bunch, but he didn't give you the look like he was going to try taking you out. And he wasn't trying to rip that guy's corrals apart. So what happened? Somebody sent a text message or somebody sent an email saying that you need to change your attitude when you go to the Panis place. That's what I'm thinking happened. And he received it, by golly, because he has a different attitude now. Little bastard. But personally, I think it's all just because of new area, new yard, 4-hour truck ride on bouncy friggin' roads. No animal would like that. I know that. So, yeah, give him a couple of days. We did get our corral put back together, and he didn't really wreck anything. He just kind of took off, got his head stuck in it, and took off and decided to go for a stroll with it all. That's the first time I've ever had that happen from a bull. Wood, yes, I've had the bulls go through wood corrals, but never through these heavier pipe corrals to rip them apart. That pipe was 2-inch oil field pipe corral panels, except for the two 10-foot corral panels. Those were just little 1x1 square tubing, but he bent the one up a little bit, but it's still usable. We'll be using it tomorrow, because tomorrow we're planning on branding the girls that are going to rented land. So yeah, it's gonna be, hopefully it doesn't rain too much, but you know what, it doesn't really matter if it does or not, because we're one of the lucky few that our handling system and working system for working with the cattle is all indoors. So if it rains, so what? We're still gonna do it. And so that's the plan anyways. So yeah, the old blue, oh, look at here, 5.5 mile an hour, 2,000 RPM, pulling 60 feet. I'd say she's doing pretty darn good. I see a heck of a lot of guys on YouTube, they don't pull 60 feet with 125 horse. Hell no, they gotta have 275 4-wheel drive going hardcore pulling this thing. Now, I don't know, maybe it's different when you're in friggin' actual farmland and you're dragging heavy straw around, but for me, this works. This works for us. She's ripping it apart pretty good. This works. That field right over here on the other side of the fence, that's I'm trying to think for sure, but I'm guessing it's sitting around 16 or 17-year-old hay field. We didn't hay it last year. We just friggin' grazed it. I tried to fertilize it, and I was hoping for the rain, and the rain never came to wash the fertilizer down into the ground. We just never got the friggin' rain in the spring at all, and we basically threw a couple grand away fertilizing that field. So we just grazed it last year. This year, the plan is to rip it all open. And let me tell you, there's some big ugly stones out there. And there's gophers. Oh my God, is there gophers. Anybody out there that is in this area that is watching this video, if you guys like blasting gophers, come on over, because I've got gophers. I killed a gopher harrowing today, spreading stuff around. He couldn't figure out which way to run, and then I ended up finally catching him with the harrows and drug him around a little bit, tore him up. And then there was a second one that actually because I had a big pile of shit under the one harrow. The little bastard got lucky and he got away on me. He went right underneath that harrow just because it was lifted up by a pile of crap, and I was trying to drag it to an area where there was no crap. So he got lucky. But we got gophers. And guess what else? When you got gophers, you got friggin' badgers. And when you got badgers and gophers, you got friggin' coyotes. That's for sure. So I could stand to have a few less friggin' gophers, let me tell you. That truck right there, that is a 19, if I remember correctly, she's about a 1970 or 72 or 74 GMC Brigadier with a 52-foot trailer on it, and that's what I used to haul bales with. That truck was rolled down a friggin' Fort Capel hill. I bought the truck and trailer for like $5 grand, used it for around 10 or 12 years, hauled bales home, just from the field to home. No brakes, no lights, no tack, no speedo. All it is a friggin' engine, no starter. Basically you charge up the batteries, and then you manually charge up your air tank, excuse me, and then you pull start the truck. How about that one, right? And if you stall it out in the field, you better have a tractor there to pull start it, and it better not be soft. Otherwise, she's sitting there for a while. You're unloading it then. Out in the field, what you just loaded, you're unloading. So yeah, finally when we got our Dodge and our gooseneck, we just parked them. I had enough of pull starting the sucker. So anyway, let's get this friggin' harrow folded up, guys. And do this all the way. Back her up just a little bit, take the slack off. Let's go outside, I'll show you how we do it. So this thing right here, this is our lock. Just flip him up like that. Grab that. These are kind of actually, it's a pretty slick little unit actually. And then we just drive ahead. Simple as that. And that's her. Done and done deal, just like that. Anyway, boys, you know the routine. Big old thumbs up, or not, I guess. Send us comments, subscribe, and let's get her done.